Hey guys, welcome to another Take 3 reaction. Just me today, because everyone else couldn't wait to watch it. we have a lot of people on our channel who just like want to watch things like when they're on Patreon, and I get that, but I didn't have time, so we're watching it now. All right, so this is obviously Tom and Paul, best team name ever, and Deep 13, which is Whitney and Alonzo Duralde. I think this match is going to be great. I'm really looking forward to seeing the dynamics of these two teams since they are both new teams. And I think that in terms of which team will work the best together, it's probably going to be a Deep 13 because Whitney and Alonzo know each other to some extent prior to this, and I don't believe that Tom and Paul really are like that connected. So that could play into this match. When you look at it just as a numbers game, I think Tom and Paul have the advantage in terms of trivia play, and Deep 13 has the advantage in terms of potential like team dynamic, just on paper. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. My pick would be Tom and Paul, just because that trivia knowledge. Last season, between the two of them, they barely missed anything. So I think that it's a safe bet that they would win this one. But yeah, so that's my take, what I think is going to happen. I wouldn't be surprised if it went the other way, but I hope that Tom and Paul do well, and I hope that Whitney and Alonzo do well. But they're all wonderful people. But yeah, that's not what we're here for. We're here for Schmoedown trivia bloodshed. So let's watch this match, and I'm pretty darn excited. Let's make sure that volume's up a little bit, and awesome. I wish I could go to this live match.
Congratulations to Dan Murrell. You deserve that title.
Bums me out.
February 29th in Atlanta, the main event for the championship. Ben the Boss Bateman defends his title against Dangerous Dan Murrell. One of the biggest fights we've had in a long, long time.
I'm so bummed. I wish I could go.
Easily Ben Bateman's hardest test he's ever had. The undercard is great. Alex
and I think that
this
people are focusing so much on the title match that they're not looking at this match. But Emily Rose has been studying the game. She's been studying the trivia, from what I hear, and everyone thinks that Alex just knows Star Wars, but he knows Lord of the Rings just as well as he knows Star Wars. So, oh my God, yes, Drew.
And it's true that you had as much trouble with the director as, hi, if you're just joining us, we're back at the Video Drew Hour. This is Video Drew's show. Video Drew here from the show.
Oh my God, yes.
Look at all the best friends that she used to have. Remember this? This season, Video Drew is so happy to be joining the dungeon, the new faction she has with a brand new teammate, Tom. No, not old Tom. Not this Tom.
Not old Tom. New Tom.
New Tom. There's a new Tom. Video Drew is here to win. She's here to make.
I love her so much.
So many new friends.
No.
Go away, boy.
Oh no.
I don't like you anymore.
No.
Go. You're in my light. Go away, Tom. Go.
Oh.
But don't you want to see a dead body?
Yes, we do. We all want to see a dead body.
Bones glow in the dark.
Kate. Okay, that was great. That was so good. I love that. I love Kate coming in and just like using the keys, because that is legit like what I used to do when I was in the store with my child. And she was like getting really fussy. I'd just like bring out the keys and like jingle them in front of her for a while. It worked. Whatever works. Whatever works.
It is today one of the first team matches, if not the first team match of the entire year, Ken. And these teams, we need to do
That's
some
a historic
prep because
Jack
we got factions. We got some factions that didn't even show up today. We got Deep 13 taking on Tom and Paul. What do you make of this?
Tom and Paul, that's like a great
My
60s,
desk is a
like,
little
duo,
crazy.
like in the summer we sing.
Got a lot of work
love
going.
songs.
So my desk is just like scattered with
hey,
paper. So if at
season
some
7
point
is
I
all
get
about
really
the new
excited
era,
and I
right? And that means
knock
we're
over my
bringing you a
entire desk,
ton
I'm
of
very,
new
very
names.
sorry.
But here today, we don't have new names. We have familiar names, people you know, people you've seen compete, and now they have new factions, new teammates, and so that means we still have a bunch of questions about the match we're going to see here today.
That's right. It's a little time copy. The same matter occupying the same space at the same time, but in an all-new way. With Deep 13, you have Whitney Seibold and you have Alonso Duralde, both storied competitors with a lot of credentials inside and outside the movie trivia Schmoedown. They're teaming up for the Burning Droogs. The question you have is, where's their manager? Because Robert Meyer,
like
maybe he's locked back in that cell he was in for the better part of 2019.
That sounds about right. Sounds about right.
The Burning Droogs open up for the Pope.
They show up for their first match and he's not there. That sounds
we got 100%
right. Honestly.
Yeah, Robert Meyer Burnett not around here. Perhaps he's the more lead
It's the most
scripts.
accurate thing I've ever heard about the Schmoedown.
But here's the thing: Whitney and Alonso, outside the Schmoedown, they have great credentials, accolades, very respected in the film community. And here they've earned respect. Maybe they've not got to the title picture, but I think every time I see these two guys compete, whether singles and alone, I think the potential for a big win is there.
And the last time we saw Alonso Duralde in a movie trivia Schmoedown competition, not here at the Answer Desk because he always does the Christmas match with me every year, he was involved in that Matt Atchity questionable challenge. So has he rebounded from that in the new year of 2020? And then you look at Tom and Paul Kent.
That challenge.
I don't know that I've seen a more mismatched duo since it was Muggsy Bogues and Alonzo Mourning playing for the Charlotte Hornets.
Sports reference with Ken and Mark. Look, here's the thing. Tom, he has shown up here. He was an enigma, but he just kept delivering correct answer after correct answer. He was always teamed with Video Drew, and there seemed to be some sort of connection. She might have calmed him down. She might have guided him through here. So he's without Video
Controlled
Drew now,
him mentally.
He's part of the dad.
Mind
he has,
control.
Kate, the Loop from Chicago, Mulligan in his corner there, and Grace Hancock,
Kate is the
Lioness, who absolutely knows how to bring a killer edge to this. But Tom is now paired with Paul the Powder Keg Preston, who up until now for years has been part of the great show, The Movie Guys. You should check them out. They do great things. But his partner, Adam Witt, has been at his side throughout this event. Gone. Poof. Adam's on another team.
Yeah.
Paul's now with
This is
Tom.
sad.
Can they figure this out on the fly?
A lot of questions surrounding today's match. Does Paul still use whey protein, or has he moved on to plant protein? And with
whey
Tom,
protein's
does
fine.
he still need Video Drew to
He doesn't.
compete? If you
Don't
unplug
change
it, what happens?
because
It's like when
people
unplug
think you should
Palpatine in
change.
Rise of
Just
Skywalker.
take your whey protein.
Absolutely. Could very much be like that. He
All
could
right,
grow some feet.
We use whey
come on
protein
back.
at our
Oh,
house.
Take a look at
Obviously,
what each team
it's a
had to say
preferred
pre-show
protein of the
right
Sims.
now.
It's weird. Yes, guys. Someone should pay for me to have a YouTube premium account so that I don't have to deal with ads. I'm just joking. You don't have to do that. One of these days I'll just do it myself. Maybe.
Ben the Bandit got her!
We're basically unstoppable because that's what I do. And here we are with our first team match.
Yeah, and this is listen. It's our secret weapon. That's
They
not a
match.
secret. It's Paul and it's Tom.
I'm going with Paul Preston.
She showed the energy and the desire to win, and most of all, more than anything else, the desire to raise some hell, because hell deserves to be raised in the Schmoedown, and we're going to bring that. Hell and wins. It's coming at you.
Helen wins. Helen wins. Yep. If there was anyone in the Schmoedown named Helen, that would work.
Paul Preston
But there's
and
not.
Tom. Paul had a great rookie year.
Absolutely.
So did Tom, obviously. Putting them two together it's going to be insane to watch this team play in 2020 for sure.
Listen, I had a rough holidays, all right, so I went out to the middle of nowhere in the Joshua Tree Desert into a
Oh my
mud
God,
mountain.
Tom.
They took some
What are you
ayahuasca to try to
doing?
clear my head, and I had a vision. I saw something. Well, first of all, I saw a small groundhog, and we talked for a long time about the television show 60 Minutes. After that, I saw this.
Every time I see Tom compete or in a promo, it reminds me of me in my 8th grade graduation dance. Just in the corner, not sure why I'm here, but knowing all the answers.
Tom, how are you feeling? Because you have a 91% accuracy? How are you feeling today?
You can see me.
I think he's feeling well. We're good.
I'm back.
What a
And you're
weird
lucky.
dynamic.
Whitney, too, we know what kind of a player he is. I think we saw a little bit of that today. Singles, we've seen him in teams already.
I've been saddled with teammates that haven't really helped me, but today things have changed. I have the esteemed and the unbelievably dashingly handsome Alonso Duralde.
Alonso Duralde and Matt Atchity. These are two industry veterans.
And so we're competing against a dead guy and the walking manifestation of toxic masculinity. Is that the deal?
I know what
Jesus.
Alonso is capable of. I know what I'm capable of. And I think we can take a rod of testosterone and a guy who lays on a grave.
Listen, I did bring you guys some,
Yes, the
some
fanny
little
pack.
snacks just in case, a little tea
Yes.
for you.
Oh my God,
friend.
Kate.
And some of my placenta tincture. I feel like that's
Oh
sort
my
of your brand
God,
of cake.
Kate.
for Stephen Dorff's house.
Oh, can we edit that out?
Like, I'll do all the talking, but together we'll do all the winning. Let's do this.
Oh my gosh. Oh, the dynamic is so strange. Oh, it's great. I thrive off of awkward comedy. That's my thing. There you go.
That's true. Also, on the other side, Tom and Paul, I asked them their strengths. You got directors, fantasy, sci-fi, and
Consuming
Tom
media.
looked me dead in the eyes and said, putting a lot of DVDs in my mouth. So, I...
That guy's been hitting the T13
Nice.
a little too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, I think we're ready.
All right, Ken's ready.
I
I'm
love it.
ready. Let's get ready to Schmoedown. The Golden Thread of Ken Knapsack will be introducing each team. Ken, at your leisure.
Introducing first, representing the Burning Drews, making their debut as a team in the movie Trivia Schmoedown Teams Division, Whitney Seibel and Alonso Doralde. Deep 13.
Oh, just a normal entrance here
the
from
sitcoms
Whitney.
of yesteryear, Ken.
It's a little, hey, you know what? It's a new Whitney for a new era of the Schmoedown.
Well,
Perfect
Great,
Strangers
great.
taking place in Chicago, the home of Kate Holmes.
that's right.
There you go.
And their opponents, representing the Den, accompanied to the arena by their manager, Kate Mulligan, and special advisor, Lioness Grace.
Okay, the music fits now.
This is
At first I was like,
Paul,
meh.
the Powder
Now,
Keg
yep, it's
Kristen,
there now.
and Tom.
Oh my God, Kate. Kate is my entire mood for my entire life.
Yes, Paul seems a little freaked out by Tom. Tom is there. As Paul goes over to his seat, and then Tom is going to be over the far seat.
Oh, we got Tom. Tom is there. He found the seat. Everything's good. Everything's good. All right.
Paul, you had a pre-show word you'd like to say?
Oh, yeah, I'm done with protein powder.
Oh, that's good. That'll help the tech. Oh, no.
I'm juicing now, bro.
He's
Oh, no. What do we?
Oh my
look at that.
That
God.
looks dangerous.
Oh.
He's not actually going to drink that, is he,
He's
Ken?
going to drink it.
He's going to attempt to drink it in the studio.
Oh,
I got a lot of ayahuasca to wash out of my system.
that is
There's ayahuasca?
that is through the production crew. Thanks, Paul, for his switch. I'll tell you that much.
That's right. Now, the
There you
kids at
go.
home, we don't
They
encourage them
don't
to take anything
wanna
called
clean up
ayahuasca,
protein powder
anything with
anymore.
that many vowels in it sounds dangerous. Paul, you and Tom are competing for the first time. Do you need me to give you all a rules refresher? Are you guys feeling good? Where's your mental state at?
I love when you do that, talking lizard.
This is.
You know what? I'll give you a rules refresher just in case.
What happened with Paul?
In round
What
number one,
happened
the
to him?
field of teams and competitors
Is he
is
on
gonna
a-
hear 8
is he
questions
just on
from
a
8
lot of
different corners
drugs?
of
Is
movie
that what's
trivia
happening?
Schmoedown know-how. Each question is worth a point per correct answer. As a friendly reminder, you may not rely on the strength of your teammates' knowledge in round number one. Every point you accrue does go to your team's total.
The bit here is
Thank
really
you,
good.
Kate,
I'm
Being the
this
good
is
mom, as
Mhm.
always.
I appreciate this. Yes.
Once we
it's
ask a question,
beautiful.
about 15 seconds to write down your best
Oh my
attempt at an
God.
answer. Once we ask you by name to reveal your answer, please show what you wrote on the whiteboard at the same
This
time.
is why I'm
Verbalize your
so
answer
glad that
into the
Kate's a
microphone.
manager.
There is no stealing in round number one. There is no penalty for missing a question in round number one. Deep 13, are you confident despite the fact, or maybe because your manager, Robert Meyer Burnett, is nowhere to be seen?
I'm sorry, who?
Exactly.
So The fair answer. And so if we get the ready from everyone, I guess the last word would go to Tom. Are you prepared to play?
I saw Tom Hanks in the bathroom.
It's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
Okay. Perfect. Jeez.
3 rounds to a finish.
All right, kicking off the questions in round number 1 will be Ken Knapsack. Ken, what is the category starting off today's events?
All right, category number 1 comes in the category of action-adventure, action/adventure. Who played Marshal Samuel Gerard in The Fugitive and U.S. Marshals?
I feel like this is really easy.
Yeah, that was right in the prime time if I actually left my house days.
My brother and my mom.
5, 4,
my brother and my
3.
dad went to
I
go see
know
the
this
movie
guy's
in the city,
name.
and my mom went to go see Hard
1.
Target.
Oh, you are a lucky boy.
Good day.
Heads are down. Looking for answers starting with Tom.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones.
I don't.
It was me to be in the Q&A ones. Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones.
This is like one of the
Tommy Lee
only
Jones,
action
Lee Martin production.
movie questions I would have gotten right.
We
I
are
couldn't remember his name.
tied up.
It's a good day
Sure,
for me.
Alonzo not the only one with that story.
No.
We go to movie release dates as next category, and the question: The Mummy, starring Brendan Fraser, was released in what year?
Like 1998.
Movie release date question.
Movie release date. Tommy Lee Jones is the Ty Cobb of movie stars.
And he actually
played
plays
Ty Cobb.
That's right. You ever
Sounds
had
about
any
right.
interaction with him?
I like to
No.
think of Ty
5,
Cobb as the movie star of baseball
4,
players.
3, 2, 1. Winnie pens down. We're looking for answers starting with Alonzo.
Oh, I hate this category. 1998?
Incorrect.
Damn.
Paul Rudd.
1999.
That is correct.
Damn, I'm so close. I'm always a
AD
year off.
1999.
This is even more correct. Tom.
1999.
1999. We got a 4.
It's a good.
3.
The last match was way better for
Exploding
me.
on Tom's correct answer. He
We'll
is
just pretend
currently
that
the
that
favorite
was
of some
this
of the
match.
fans here, although
Fine.
Paul Preston not entirely sure he actually exists.
We've got question number 3. Comes in the category of dramas. What Best Picture winning film follows England's 1924 Olympic running team?
So, fun fact about
Chariots of
Came out
Fire?
in 99, 3 weeks before The Phantom Menace. I went to the AMC Hampton 24 to go see The Mummy just to scout the location where I'd be camping out to buy tickets.
And that's
Right.
why
Star Wars.
we're best friends. 5, 4,
Are we best friends?
3. Josh is first. 2.
I got to check the
One.
Schmoedown website for the rankings.
Pens down. Paul Preston.
Chariots of Fire.
That's right.
I knew
You
one.
got it, Tom.
Chariots of Fire.
Fire indeed.
Tom's
Alonzo,
perfect.
we got it.
Well, Tom and Paul are perfect. And
Here's a pitch for you. It's a movie
Whitney.
about
Yeah,
people doing
Whitney.
long distance running.
The title is misleading.
Not an inaccurate statement, Tom.
Question number 4.
This is in the world of animated movies. These are movies drawn by hand or on a computer. The question: What DCEU actor provides the voice of Flynn Rider in the film Tangled? I will die on this hill. Tangled, very underrated.
no,
Tangled, also a great
no,
song by
hold the
Gene
world.
Hamlin on the
I want to get on. What is
Oh,
this
was she
guy's
the,
stupid
Go-Go's?
name?
5,
The Bengals?
He's not
Go-Go's?
stupid.
3.
Could you repeat the question?
Certainly.
I only have Zach
DCEU
Braff in my
actor
head.
provided the voice of Flynn
No,
Rider in
no.
the film Tangled. And then I said it was criminally underrated. And
Jane
Wideland.
Whalen
I knew she was
reference
in the
to
Go-Go's.
Yeah, good documentary that coming out there.
Which is why you're one of my top 10 favorite friends.
I'll
Oh
take that.
no,
5.
I know this
4,
guy's name.
3.
Did you repeat the question?
No.
Certainly.
Wow.
Question.
Okay.
What
Wow, you would
DCEU
think
actor
that
provides
people
the
would
voice
like-
of Flynn Rider in the film Tangled?
This isn't that hard, but I guess
Carlisle that caused a lot of the friction.
maybe if you haven't
Are you
seen
besmirching the sacred
this
name of
movie.
Carlisle?
No.
Ooh, baby,
Stop,
do you know what
stop,
that's
stop.
worth?
It's
That's Sheriff Carlisle. All right. 5, 4.
Zach something.
3.
Why can't I remember his last name?
1. Pens down again. All right. We need answers. Starting with Whitney.
Is it Zachary Levi?
Oh my god.
All that for a yes.
Oh my god.
Nailed it. Does Tom have it?
Jesus Christ.
Couldn't remember his last
Oh,
name.
Yes,
you did get Zachary
Tom,
Levi.
I
No Levi.
know.
Alonzo.
I went one worse and I said Zach Braff.
I mean,
Thank you,
sometimes I'd
Alonzo.
accept
Zachary
that.
Levi.
We
Paul
got
Preston
That's
did
hilarious.
have it.
All right,
So
we've got a
Alonzo got my
7-6
first
game
answer. Tom got my second
7-6
answer.
game.
Hilarious. Well, at least I'm
All
not
right,
alone
your fifth
in not knowing
question
people's
comes
names.
in the category of fantasy
Also, Whitney, we have
sci-fi,
matching
fantasy
fingernail
slash
polish.
Sci-fi. Which actress stars as astronomer Ellie Arroway in 1997's Contact?
Can you tell me the difference between an astronomer and an astrologist?
Is it Sally
One has
Field?
an
It's not Sally Field.
Office in their apartment.
What's this chick's name?
5, 4.
Should I call people chicks? Is that
2,
accurate?
1. Looking for answers starting with Tom.
Jodie Foster.
That's correct.
Jodie
Foster.
Foster. Good.
Jodie Foster.
We got that? Paul Preston.
Jodie Foster.
Got it.
Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster indeed.
Oh man, this is not my day. This is not my day.
I think Paul Preston's perfect so far,
Paul
right?
Preston is still perfect through
If this had
5
been
rounds.
2 days ago, I
Anyone
probably
else?
would
Check.
have
Whitney's perfect
almost
as well
all of
so
these.
far. All right.
Since birth.
Your next
Since
category
birth.
is in the world of comedy.
Ha ha!
There they go. There they go. It's probably going to be dead by season 9. I'd say. Your question in the world of Yuck Yuck movies: who directed Zack and Miri Make a Porno? And a hush comes over.
He said the word
crowd.
porno.
I did say the word pornographic movies. For more on that, we go to Ken.
I did live in Chatsworth for 4 years. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Pens down. We're looking for answers dedicated to Tanya Tate. Here we go. Starting with Alonzo.
Kevin Smith.
That's correct.
Oh,
Kevin Smith.
I
Paul's
forgot
got it,
that was
yes.
a Kevin
Kevin
Smith
Smith.
movie.
We got it. Tom.
Kevin Smith.
Everyone got it.
I
11,
definitely
10,
forgot that was
11,
him.
11 to 10 in favor of Tom.
And this is why I'm not a competitor in
Question
this Schmoedown.
7
Also,
comes in the
I'm not
category of
famous.
Horror/thriller. Horror/thriller. What Star Wars actor provides the voice of Chucky in 2019's Child's Play?
My favorite Star Wars movie, the
Mark
one
Hamill.
where Mac comes to Earth and he befriends a young boy.
Oh, Paul Rudd is a Jedi for like no other. I'll tell you what. 5,
Paul Rudd.
4,
Good Conan.
3, 2, 1. Pens are down. We're looking for answers starting with Paul Preston.
Mark Hamill.
That's right. Mark Hamill indeed.
Was indeed Mark Hamill.
It is. Whitney's got it.
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill for Tom Alonzo.
Mark Hamill.
Perfect round.
Mark
Perfect
Hamill.
round. By the way, you can buy his son's Nathan's drawers. online.
George.
From their home. Hi, Hamels. Thank you for your patronage.
Thank
we
you
go
for your
to the last question, round number 1, and that comes from the world of family
They're really
films.
cute.
And your question.
Those little like droid
Hugh
parts.
Jackman plays which celebrated entertainer in The
PJ
Greatest
Barnum.
Showman?
Barnum. PJ?
Quotations
Pat,
around some of
I miss
them.
you.
The beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
P.T. Barnum.
Whitney.
P.T. Anderson.
Whatever.
P.T. Barnum.
P.T. Barnum.
there it is.
That's
There
fine.
you go,
It's
Tom.
it's fine. I just miss my dear friend
Barnum.
PJ so much.
Awful movie, awful person, P.T. Barnum.
Well,
That's
I like the movie.
For a perfect round.
The person was kind of sucky.
It's a horrible thing to say about Hugh Jackman. P.T. Barnum.
P.T. Barnum. That means we have 2 perfect rounds, correct? No?
Yes.
That is 2 perfect rounds.
2 perfect rounds.
From Whitney
Wow.
Seibold and from Paul Preston.
Wow. Well done.
So, Whitney, Paul, because you got 8 questions right out of 8 in
This
round
is
at number 1,
the
I'm going to
first
ask you a question
Don't blow it.
that is just to you
single
two gentlemen.
or the
So
first round
you are still
one
gonna
that
use the whiteboard,
Tom missed a question?
and
Is that
once we ask
accurate?
you by name to reveal your answer, please do so. Your bonus question for a point will be added to your team's total should you get it right. 1996's Bottle Rocket.
Oh, I
was
know
the
this.
directorial
Oh,
debut
no.
of what filmmaker? So we know Alonzo Duralde.
Oh, no.
Tommy Lee Jones or P.T. Barnum.
Is this Wes Anderson?
Who's worse, I wonder?
4,
Those
3,
middle names.
2, 1. Pens are
Yeah,
down. Let's start with
right?
Paul.
Wes Anderson.
Thank
That's
you.
correct.
Good Lord. I was
Wes
about to
Anderson.
get in
We've
big
got
trouble.
Anderson. All right. What a first round.
Wow.
Back and forth. Punch. Both teams seem to be working good, but that first round is more of an
Well,
individual
great.
performance in terms of teams. Now we'll really see what they
Really
can do.
impressive
For
from
the wheel round.
Paul and
Lots of
Whitney.
points being scored here.
Actually,
Ken,
impressive
and we
for
move
everyone.
on to
Like,
round number 2
Alonzo
as the
only
managers make up,
missed 2,
their collective
and Tom missed
units, and they
1.
get
Like,
everybody
that's
settled. This
a
is
really
known as
impressive
the wheel
turnout,
round.
honestly.
It is a 16 to 15 lead, the narrowest of margins for Tom and Paul. Paul, would you like to spin first or defer to your opponent?
I hope you can hear my dogs drinking water.
Go ahead.
There All right.
It's really gross.
Mark, while Alonzo's walking up, we remind you today Wheel Slice is sponsored by our friends at patreon.com/Schmoedown. The sponsor Wheel Slice for today is Charlize Theron.
Charlize Theron.
Charlize Theron.
Should one of the teams spin Charlize's wedge, we will reveal the name of that patron. It's on the tip of my tongue, and I really want to say it, so I hope somebody spins Charlize Theron.
Damn.
Opponent's choice.
So now Tom and Paul, this is their first real test of chemistry.
Now we have to
Kate's
know
interacting.
how much
Kate's coming over.
studying
Grace is coming on over.
the
So the
managers
confer
and
with Tom
the
and Paul,
competitors
see what they want
did
us to do.
on their
Sometimes it's a guess.
opponents.
It's
This
like
is
maybe
kind of the
you know
first
it
test here.
just as much as them. You want to
What's
hopefully
Star
feel
Trek?
it. You want to have the game going. We're going to need an answer soon here. Kate, who I do believe owns a deep dish pizza restaurant in Encino,
Yes,
is
she
going to
does.
try to get an answer here from the boys. Paul
Gino's
Tom.
South.
Paul Tom will need a category soon here.
All right, we're going to put you on the count. 5, 4, 3. What's the category?
Festival Darlings.
Festival Darlings.
That is a hard
Okay.
category.
Festival Darlings is going to be the category. I will be administering the questions for Festival Darlings. Deep 13 is the name, and Festival Darlings is the category. For 2 points, your first of 6 questions. What drama stars Andrew Garfield, Michael Shannon, and Laura Dern, and is about a recently unemployed single father struggling to get back his foreclosed home by working for the real estate broker who is the source of his frustration?
99 Homes.
Felt like I read the
Wow.
whole back of the VHS copy there, and that was 2 points.
2 points for Deep 13. They take a lead. 17-16.
All right, we move on. What was the title of the 2004 documentary from Michael Moore, which criticized the U.S. involvement in the Iraq War?
It's what's its face?
Fahrenheit 9/11.
Yes.
Yes,
thank
it
you.
was. For 2 more points.
Wow. Probably not the right
tough.
pick
All
for
right.
them.
Your
Normally
third
Festival
question in the world
Darlings
of
is
Festival Darlings to further
just
your 3-point
ridiculous.
lead. In 2018's Colette, who plays Colette's husband, Henry?
No idea.
Can we get multiple choice, please?
I can provide that. Is it A, Dominic Cooper, B, Dominic West, C, Richard Madden,
I'm
or
gonna go
D,
with
Charlie Cox?
the B.
Dominic West.
1 point.
20.
Dang.
Deep 13. It's
Halfway through.
historically been a very tough category if you spin it, but they're maneuvering their way
This
around
is
it.
still, these
halfway
questions
through
are pretty
round
tough.
number 2. In The Fisher King, Robin Williams plays Perry, a deluded homeless man who claims it's his mission to find what?
To find the Fisher King?
The Holy Grail.
The
2
whole
more points for Deep 13.
2 more questions left.
Jeez.
And they leap out to a 6-point lead. Your next question. In 2004's Hotel Rwanda, 2 African tribes are the cause of the genocide in Rwanda.
And the
Hutus and the what?
Tutsis?
The Tutsis.
That is 2 points.
Got it.
But that's just general history knowledge.
Very
people.
impressed with
Who do you think you are?
what
Not
Deep
Toots
13 is
Snowdown.
going. That clearly corresponds to their knowledge when you say the word deep. Your last question in the world of Festival Darlings for 2 more points. Who plays young Stevie in the film Mid-90s?
Yeah, I don't know.
Can we get multiple choice, please?
You can. Is it A, Nikel Smith, B, Lucas Hedges, C, Jake Ryan, or D, Sonny Suljic?
D.
D is
Wow.
correct for a
Wow.
point. And they spun
Wow.
opponent's choice.
That
The pressure
was
on
really
Tom and Paul to come up with
impressive.
something that might give them pause. They had to check the multiple
Jeez.
choice a couple times, Ken. But wow, what a round.
I've
2 for
never
Deep
seen
13.
anyone
gotta
hit
take that
Festival
risk, but
Darlings
I
like
think
that.
Alonzo Durrell been to every
Jeez.
one of these festivals. I
That's
think
true.
pretty much
Like,
the job.
that's-
So right. So it did not pay off for Tom and Paul.
That's
and
interesting.
A big
That's
lead.
interesting. I'm
25
taking note of this in my brain to talk
Tom and
about
Paul, it is now
later
your spin at the wheel. Who would
next
like
week
to be spinning?
on the summit.
I really want to see him do it.
Tom, at you're ready. Feels like
All right.
maybe Paul empowering Tom and giving him a little more freedom than what Video Drew had.
Yeah,
in the
that could
past.
be the subplot here. That could be the subplot here. Big
All right.
spin from Tom. Big spin from Tom. Watching it round and round it goes. Where it stops, perhaps
I
Tom
love-
already knows.
I love that he's
He
just
might have
watching it
inside
spin.
intel.
That's so
He
funny.
watches that wheel go round and round.
It's a good-looking wheel this year. Good-looking wheel this year, I'll tell you
Look
what.
at those
That's so
bright new
Yeah.
wedges.
Oh man, they were
Romantic
so
comedies
fun.
if they
So
want to
romantic
keep it.
comedies. Romantic
I
comedy.
really like the
conferring? I
new
think you
wedge
can say they're
for rom
conferring.
coms.
Yeah, Tom retreating back to
Tom not one to shout across a party room, so I understand the confirming here.
Meanwhile, you can hear Kate Mulligan from Orange County.
That's right. They
All right,
are
and the call is
Going again.
they're
going again.
spinning
Going
again.
again. Going again. Round two. Round
Spinning
two.
again.
Perfect.
This is it.
Tom
Using
spin.
their mulligan.
Tom
Okay,
spin.
move
Here
the.
comes Tom approaching that wheel.
You got to move the wheel.
Good spin. Big spin. A lot of juice on that spin there.
Ken, am I reading too much into this, or does it seem that Tom is a little fearful of the technology that the wheel is?
Yeah.
Once it picks up speed, he knows instinctively to get away from its wake.
Tom strikes me as a kind of guy that could build an airplane, but is not sure how a car goes. You know.
All right, it's careening towards.
Oh
No
choice.
way! No way!
Oh no!
When was
So
the
now
last
the
time
13
opponent's
has
choice
the
was spun
pressure.
twice?
What wedge do you give Tom and Paul? Do you
Look
saddle
at
them
that.
with
I don't
romantic comedies, which is
remember
what they just spun away
a match
Look
where
at
opponent's
Alonso's,
choice was
face.
spun twice. I'm sure it's happened, but
Whitney.
I don't remember it. Oh my gosh!
Romantic comedies, please.
Okay, there you go.
They're
Seven
going with
times.
romantic
That's what
comedies.
happens. All right. Here we go. You got
This could
6
be bad.
questions. You do have 2 JTs remaining. Don't forget you have multiple choice. First question coming in. In Moonstruck, where does Ronnie insist that he and Loretta go before he will stop seeing her?
The opera.
2 points.
Nice.
Moonstruck. Deep cut.
Deep cut from Moonstruck.
All right. Question 2. In Legally Blonde, who plays Brooke Wyndham, the murder defendant Elle befriends?
Oh, what's her name?
Debating.
Jennifer Coolidge.
That's incorrect. A 2 point still possible.
What's
here.
her name?
Can we get multiple choice, please?
No.
And not
May not.
because Tom and Paul did not elect to it.
Linda Cardellini?
Good guess, but no. Allie Larder. Allie
wow.
Larder.
Allie
I would never have known
Allie
that
Larder.
lady's name.
All right. Allie
I know what she's
Larder.
in. I know everything she's in.
Here we
Just
go. Third question coming in.
And next sock.
wow.
Who played the title character in the teen rom-com I Love You, Beth Cooper? Answer. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2.
JTE.
Who played the title character in the teen rom-com I Love You, Beth Cooper?
Hayden Panettiere.
Good use. 2 points right there. Good
Well
use.
done.
There it is.
Well done.
Smart use of that there.
Ooh,
All right,
this is
they
going to
pulled
be
it
a
in 5 points,
one of
Ken.
those
If they
matches,
get
huh?
their next 3 questions correct right off the bat, they're going to have a 1-point lead going into round
Yeah.
number 3.
Fourth question. You got 6. What group sings at the wedding at the very end of Bridesmaids? They're conferring. I'm just making sure. Looking for an answer. Starting in 5.
Wilson Phillips.
Hold on for one more day.
Wow.
You got 2 points.
Someday somebody's going to turn around and make you want to say goodbye, Ken. Say goodbye.
Wow.
I'll tell you what. the
Tom
second
just kinda
album,
knows
Shadows of Light,
everything.
Underrated. All right.
I mean,
fifth
I think
question
Paul
coming in.
knows
Which
some of these
iconic
too, but
actress played Grandma Annie in 2009?
oh, it's Betty White.
Proposal?
One I know. Without thinking, one I know.
Betty White.
2 more points.
2 more points, and
Hold
they're
on a
within
point.
1 of Deep 13's 25-point.
Not bad. This is a
All
match,
right, we
guys.
got your 6th and final question in the category rom-coms that was thrust upon you. Final question. This comedic actress played Anita, Josie's promiscuous coworker in 1999's Never Been Kissed. I had never been kissed in 99 either, so.
I think I had my first kiss that year.
And good for you. Good for you.
This is not one I revisit a lot.
3.
Multiple choice.
A. Parker Posey. B. Janine Garofalo. C. Joan Cusack. D. Molly Shannon.
I want to say it's Molly Shannon, but I don't think that's right.
1 point here if they can get it. Would tie them going into the final round. 5.
Parker Posey.
4. Incorrect. Answers are Parker Posey, Janine Garofalo, Joan Cusack, or Molly Shannon for a steal.
Be a huge 1-point steal, Ken.
Molly Shannon?
That's correct for steal.
Oh,
Point.
wow.
It's a big play.
Big steal there. Would have been tied. Would have been tied.
Wow.
3, but let me
This
tell
is
you,
a match.
what a second round.
guys.
Both teams get saddled with opponent's
Jeez
choice, and then they come
Louise.
out looking like this. That's great going into round 3. You got to have a lot of confidence on both sides.
I mean, team format, singles, intergeekdom doesn't
I mean, you
matter.
see
have
people
this amount of
using the
points after round
tools
number
of the
2. You're
game,
feeling
though, so that's
really
good.
about
We got
yourself and your
JTs
knowledge,
being
but now
used. We got
both teams are feeling that way.
asking for
As we
multiple
move into
choice.
round at number 3, this is the round
Glad to
that
see
will
people are
decide the match.
studying the
Each team
gameplay.
is going to give us a series of numbers. These numbers can range from 1 to 20. Once you give us your 3 numbers, those numbers are going to correspond to a different category of movie trivia Schmoedown know-how. Because this is the team format, once you give us your numbers, I'm going to tell you what your 2-point question comes from the category of, and then the team will have to select which member answers it. You must answer the 2-pointer by yourself and the 3-pointer by yourself. You may only confer with your teammate for the 5
Something
and
happened.
final point question.
What
Whoever
happened?
answers the
I wanna
2-pointer,
know.
the opposite team member must answer the 3-pointer. So, Deep 13, you're sitting in the lower ranked chairs, but you are currently up by 2 points. So, what 3 numbers feel lucky from 1 to 20?
1, 4, and 15.
1,
1, 4, and 15. And Tom and Paul.
6. 6.
You already selected 6. They're going to need another number.
11.
That will work. And
16.
okay.
That's great.
Okay.
That'll work.
I really thought
Very
it was
hard to
gonna
get
say
a
16.
round of applause
Yeah, off
just
the
off
numbers.
of saying numbers, but Tom managed to pull it off. So Tom and Paul, I'll be administering you your questions. Ken will be asking D13 their questions. We start with Tom and Paul because you do find yourselves trailing by 2 points. You selected number 6 for your 2-point
Did
question.
he just put
That
his whole
category is
mouth over the water
scores
bottle
and
to drink it like a
soundtracks.
toddler?
So which team member would like to answer that question solo?
The dedication to this character is really great.
You may ask me.
Tom's going to take it.
All right, Tom is going to take the
The
question.
dedication, it's
Tom,
like little
total
moments.
Scores and soundtracks for
Oh
2
my
points
gosh,
to tie the
it's
match.
so good.
Who provided the score for the films Apollo 13, A Beautiful Mind?
Oh no, what's
and
this dude's
Braveheart?
name?
Five, 4, 3.
Can you repeat the question?
I can.
Oh, jeez.
Who provided the score for the films Apollo 13, A Beautiful
This
Mind,
is like
and Braveheart?
such an easy.
5,
Is this one of those that it's
2, 1.
I
No
can't accept an answer.
answer.
It's James Horner.
James
Oh
Horner.
yeah,
James
that is
Horner.
really easy.
That's who we're looking for.
Okay.
So we are going to stick with Tom and Paul for their 3-point question. After some discouragement and not
Wow.
being able to select 6 again, he settled for number 11.
That's like the
gonna go to
most
Paul
stumped
Preston and only
I've
Paul
seen
Preston
Paul
in the category
play
of
so
fantasy,
far.
Science fiction. And your question is? For
I
3
feel like
points
it
and the
would have
lead,
been better if it
John
had been
Malkovich
swapped.
plays the evil king.
Oh God,
Galbatorix,
this
who has
awful
his own
shit
black
box of a
dragon
movie.
in what
Aragon.
2006 film?
Aragon. It's an awful movie. You have no repeats, Paul. Oh, it should have been swapped. They would have had it. That sucks.
4, 3, 2.
Aragon?
Yes, Paul.
That's correct for 3 points.
Tom and Paul have taken the lead.
That's
3
what it's
points.
about, Paul.
He had to reach down
Way
deep.
to
And no
go,
more JT
buddy.
rolls for Tom and Paul. He had to pull up something, and he pulled up Aragon. That is the correct answer.
All right.
And
It's an
now
awful
Deep
movie,
13,
mainly
no chance
because
for
I
technical
like the book
knockout.
so
They got to get
much.
some questions right.
All right, 1 point lead indeed. All right.
And also
you guys
'cause that was an
chose
awful
number
movie.
1. That corresponds to the category of sports. Who is going to take this one?
Okay.
Alonzo. Is that we're gonna set with no manager here to help? We're gonna have to take that. Alonzo Duralde is here. You can put it on the board.
I
Here
feel like
comes
they're gonna have
sports.
words after
2-point
this.
question on. What Friends actor starred in the 1996 comedy Ed, playing a baseball pitcher who has a chimpanzee as a roommate and a teammate?
That would be Matt LeBlanc.
You got it. 2 points.
What a weird
points.
question.
Sports movie. That's not a sports movie.
He was a
Volleyball
baseball
is
player.
A sports movie.
There is
It
definitely
is enough of a sports movie to force the hand of Tom and Paul. Now we go back to them, and they could score a huge win for the Den here, Ken, if they get this 5-point question correct and take the lead over Deep 13. Gentlemen, you can confer for your 5-point question. You selected number 16, and that corresponds to the world of directors. And your question is, for 5 points, John Carpenter directed Chevy Chase in what 1992 film?
Memoirs of an Invisible Man.
Tom and Paul have taken the lead.
Good
5
pull.
points. 31.
Good
28.
pull.
31.
Well done,
All right, so now in
guys.
terms of fantasy points, to
Man.
make the scoreboard look good, although it is a moot point, we are going to ask a 3-point question to Deep 13 just to keep
I
you
love
loose and keep
matches
Whitney
like
honest,
this.
okay?
Each team
What
has to
is their
answer their
3-point question?
5-pointer.
All right, 3-point
It's a
question.
great
Whitney,
match.
You chose number 4.
The first team's
question,
match of the
comes in
season.
The category of dramas. 3-point question. What Mike Nichols film stars Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton as a destructive married couple?
Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf?
Oh yeah,
That's 3
duh.
points. 3 points right there.
3
Nice
points, and
zoom
it's a
in
great answer, Ken. It's
on
nice
Whitney
knowledge that
there.
Whitney has. It doesn't
Lovely
really
zoom
factor into
in.
this contest, except if you're talking about all-time points scored in a team match. If they now get their 5-point question correct, they not only win the match, they also will set a new record.
Absolutely.
They will tie a new record. They will tie an old record.
Tie an old record.
It's a lot of points.
A lot of that. That's a lot of points. 32, 31. It comes down to this. You guys chose the number 15. You'll both be answering this
36
question
points
in
if
the
they win.
category of
That's
famous actors and
a lot of
actresses.
points.
Famous actors and actresses. A 5-point question. Which actor stars in multiple roles in the psychological thriller Raising Cain?
John Lithgow.
Oh my gosh.
Deep
Whoa! Whoa! Holy crap!
Ties
Oh my
an all-time
gosh.
record, and they get some points.
Oh
for the
my
winning
gosh.
Braves, who may or may not have a manager. What a match played by Tom and Paul. I think that they are gelling from a chemistry standpoint.
Wow.
They're gonna be a team to be reckoned with, but Deep 13.
It looks
an
like Whitney
all-time
finally
great
found his
performance
partner
we just
to
witnessed
win
here
some
today.
I gotta
matches
say that
because
was one of the best team matches in regular
dang.
season play I've seen in quite a
This
long
is
time.
the
Both teams
debut
showing a
teams
lot
match of the
knowledge
season.
and being
My
work. Can they work
God.
together? Can they work together? I think there were no hiccups
Oh my
on either side.
gosh.
It was just a matter of who was going to blink first, and Tom and Paul kind of had a little stumble there. Deep 13 tying a record. That's impressive.
That is really impressive.
Jeez.
Equally so is that we have two newer-ish kind of teams with these new factions to keep an eye on going forward, because 32 points, that is nothing to sneeze at. That wins off the top
Most
of my head, 95%
matches.
of movie trivia Schmoedown matches.
Wow.
So they know their stuff. Deep 13
Jeez.
just a little bit better historically so
No.
this afternoon.
32 points. That's usually my average bowling score, so they're doing
Jeez.
quite
I
well.
have
I'm told
witnessed
that's
that
a good score.
in person, folks. That is not
32
pretty.
is
That's
not
over 2
very
rounds
good.
of bowling. As we now go
That's
to a
pretty
lady
bad.
who reportedly bowled a 270 one time. That would be Jen Sturger, who now has an interview with the winning team, Deep 13.
Oh, Mark, stop. Guys, it's so great to be back here with Deep 13. It's so great to see you two having so much fun playing the game. I don't know. I felt like I've seen you guys compete so many times, and you just seem rejuvenated. Is it the new partnership? Like, what is it?
Well, I mean, this handsome mound of sex right next to me is certainly helping. And it's fun to play the game. It's fun to play the game no matter who you're playing against, especially when you're as well matched against your opponents as we were with Tom and Paul. But it's more fun when you win, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you do seem in better spirits than past times when I've spoken to you on the loser side of the bracket.
Well, it's the caffeine.
Now they gave you guys Festival Darlings. Was that a gaffe on their part for not knowing y'all's strengths?
Yeah, I actually asked for that wedge, so
Oh,
thanks.
wow.
Yeah, I've been a film festival programmer for 30 years.
I was going to say,
so
Alonzo knows
this
his
is kind of
film
my jam.
festival stuff. Whoa.
Maybe we should do a little more research before we go into this. But you guys did end up tying the team record. What does this kind of early success for you guys as a pairing mean to you all, especially considering that you did it all without your manager, Robert Meyer Burnett? Do we even know where he is?
Last I heard, he was in Albuquerque. He was holding up a liquor store or something like that.
That actually sounds incredibly accurate now that I think.
I was told he was trapped on an inner circle of fault, but I can't really take that to the bank or not. Thank you, 3 people who got that. No, I've never had a manager before, so this is just sort of business as usual for me. So
there you go.
When he does bother to show up, I'm sure it'll be great. But in the meantime, we're okay.
So many people were actually, I don't know if you guys were even aware that you guys were kind of the underdogs in the situation. Everyone was thinking that Tom and Paul were just going to come in here and kind of clean house for you guys. What does this victory mean for you? Not only that, but just to be able to tie the team record in points.
Oh, well, we tied a record. We did it ourselves, so it's all downhill from here.
Well, that's the positive spirit we want to see, Whitney.
As somebody who's been a bridesmaid a lot in this, it's nice to be a bride. Even though
you make a beautiful one, I must say.
White is not really flattering on me, but we're gonna make it work.
Congratulations, guys, on your success. I can't wait to hear what Robert Meyer Burnett takes credit for it.
I actually
Dang,
can
guys.
wait to see what Robert Meyer. I can wait a long time to hear from Robert Meyer Burnett, but Deep 13, we got.
What
two
if he
new
just
stars
never
on
shows
there.
up for
Absolutely.
any
My
of
sources
his
say Robert Meyer Burnett's hanging out with
matches?
Colin Trevorrow at the Buffalo Wild Wings right now, but that's just me. Here's the thing. Everyone was looking at Tom and Paul and saying, we got two guys with great knowledge coming together. Maybe some people overlooked Alonzo Duralde and Whitney Seibold because these guys have, like I said, they've always proven things. They've always been they've always been so close. Now there's this magic together, tying a record. Your first time out, I understand where Whitney's coming from. I'm a depressive person too. It's all downhill. Maybe not. Maybe you ride it all the way to the promised land in spite of your manager, or maybe Robert comes in and shouts to the rooftops all the way to the top.
Like if Krusty the Clown is coming to your house for dinner, this could be the start of something big. And now we go to the losing side of the ledger. This is Tom and Paul and their faction managers, the Den, Grace Hancock and Kate Mulligan. Jen, it's a crowded house over there. Who's talking first?
It is. I think I'll start with Paul. Paul, I know that you're disappointed, obviously, because you guys were heavy favorites coming into this match. What do you think went wrong out there, aside just from finding new team chemistry? What was it?
First of all, you see him too, right? Okay. Secondly, I mean, this is me in the league. It's wheel spins, it's technicalities, it's challenges, it's things like that. You come at me with trivia, I'll give you a game. But it's the little things like, sure, it was a bad wheel spin. We gave him the wrong category, and that probably sunk us.
Yeah, it did.
So that's what I got to leave. That's
I mean, really, that's the end of the
First of
end
all,
of the thing.
I'm really upset. First of all, I'm not on the free for all poster. Me, right? I'm coming up. I'm already in a dark state, and then this thing comes along. I'm not good. I'm gonna have to head back out to the desert.
Tom
Desert
is mimicking his motions.
Grace, do you have any thoughts on today's match?
Yeah, I mean, look, this is our first team match of the season, and the beauty of the game is that you don't know what's going to happen, but 32 points is nothing to scoff at all.
That wins on most days. It's just that Deep 13 played absolutely out of their minds.
That's what I was gonna say.
Do you guys regret not doing a little bit more homework and possibly finding out that Festival Darlings might have been one of their strengths?
I got an answer for that. First of all, Festival Darlings wasn't our strength, okay? So we give it to them, we can't spin it, okay? Because if we had spun that, Tom, if we had just with our hands, if we had spun it, okay, we would have not gotten as many points as we got with romantic comedy, okay? So there's a strategy to what appears to be stupidity. Okay, I do think Tom wants to say something now. Sorry I grabbed it from you, Jen.
James Horner is dead.
And so am I after this interview. Back to you guys.
They do know their facts, Ken.
This is true. James Horner no longer with us, but a great work there. Let's pause for a moment of respect.
Love you, James. But I will
I'll tell
say
you
that
what,
Tom
yeah.
and Paul are still
Holy
here, and I don't think
shit.
they're going anywhere. I think
Oh
they're
my
learning how to
gosh.
coalesce, learning how to be managed. They are two. Loose cannon might be the strong word for them, but now them being reined in by the Den, I think they're under good leadership. I think it just takes some precious time.
I'll tell you what, they could work together almost like it's Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, kind of this crazy kind of duo here. And if I know Paul Preston, he is always going to be producing and looking for his next win, his next road forward to success. So I have a lot of faith in what they're doing. Again, 32 points. That's impressive. Great team match here today.
Great match that we witnessed, Ken. Pleasure being with you as always. Make sure everyone out there checks out
still
the
shook.
Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon.
Jeez.
Select which tier is right for you. Become a fan today. And we have some upcoming live events we are very excited about. In a matter of weeks, we are going to be going to Atlanta,
so
Georgia. The Rich Theater, February 29th is the home of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. You got Dan Merle going up against Ben Bateman. What a title match that is going to be. And then right here in Los Angeles the next month in March, the free-for-all. Get tickets right now at the Schmoedownlive.com. That is Ken Knapsack. He wrote a book that he read to me last night, and it's fantastic.
Aw,
Why We Love
bedtime
Star Wars.
story.
I am merely Mark Baby Carrots Ellis. Ken, take us out.
Will Dale Murphy be in Atlanta? Find out. It's the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
All right, guys. That was a match. I'm shook. I'm actually like I have a lot of things that I need to like rewatch this match and kind of like piece together here, because I understand Kate had this strategy, like thinking like, okay, we'll give them Festival Darlings and then we can't spin it. But don't give your opponent a strength. So did they know that was a strength? And she just thought, well, they're going to get the points anyway. We might as well just give it to them and get it out of the way. I'm sure there was another category up there that, would have been more beneficial to trick them up a little bit. Because that's really what this all came down to, is that round two, they were basically perfect on that round two. And then they got the steal at the very end from Paul and Tom. So it's just, I don't know. I think this season's all going to be about testing new strategies, testing new ways of playing the game. And if that's what this was, I'm not sure I would want to see a team do this again, knowing how this match turned out. 32 points in, like 90% of Schmoedown matches would have been the winning score. But when you have a basically perfect round two and a perfect round three, like, what else are you supposed to do? So, geez, I did not expect this out of this match. I thought it was going to be a great match. I didn't expect it to be a record holding match. And I definitely didn't expect Whitney and Alonzo to just come out of the gate and hit every cylinder, because they basically did. A couple missteps here or there for both teams, I think. Robert Meyer Burnett not showing up is a little weird. But obviously it didn't hurt, Deep 13 too much. Whitney, the power of the nail polish is obviously what did it. The matching nail polish was good luck, even though this was filmed 2 weeks ago. But yeah, so I'm thrilled for Whitney to finally be in a team that can deliver on wins, because honestly, the fact that Whitney is such a good player and had such a bad record always bothered me. And it'll be good to see him and Alonzo kind of break into this season and do some damage. Paul and Tom, guys, you will get more matches. And if you play like you did in this match, you probably will win those matches. Maybe just rethink your strategy for round two. Other than that, I think it's a solid team. I think it's funny. I think the Paul pretending he's like on like an acid trip or something, like, I don't know, what's he on, peyote? It's really funny. Like, he's like hallucinating things. And I wasn't sure how Paul and Tom were going to mesh as characters, but I think you mesh the absurdity of Tom with Paul going on a trip of some sort, and it meshes well. Now, does Paul continue that as his character for the season? I'm not entirely sure if that will hold up. I still think, and they have our permission to use this if they want to, that if if Paul and Tom win matches, the more matches they win, Tom just gets more humanity. Like he learns how to be human by winning matches. But they have to win matches for that to happen. So let's go. Kate's great. Grace is great. Robert Marmetz, who knows where he is. So managers are doing great this season. I can't wait to see what happens next with all these factions. I think it's great. It's like Kate going to the table in after round 1 and like mothering Tom was absolutely hilarious. And I love that they showed it because it was a great moment. Tom has so many little intricacies with his character that are so funny. And I wish I might just go and clip them all from this match because they were so funny. But yeah, I loved this match. This is the first teams match of the season, and it could end up being like one of the best teams matches of this whole season. So well done, season 7. Like, I guess this is how the season's gonna be. It's awesome. I can't wait. So that's it. Yeah, I'm really just astounded. This was such a good match. We'll have more to talk about this match and the match happening tomorrow, which is Brett and Bonnie, or whenever you watch this. Brett and Bonnie is the match that is aired tomorrow for myself. Yeah, jeez, please. We'll be talking about it on the summit. All my thoughts after I rewatch this because, wow, it's so good. Yeah, and you can check me out right here on Take 3, where I am going to be on random things. I don't know what. More reactions, more summit, more whatever, whenever I decide to debut my new show with Matt. And you can find me at Smith_K10, the number, not the word, on Twitter, Instagram, and Stardust. I don't post anything on Stardust, but you're more than welcome to follow me. And that's it. So thanks, guys, for checking the show out. If you haven't given a like and a comment on the actual Schmoedown video, please do so. And that's it. So we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful night or day or whenever you watch this.